Welcome, everyone. We have some very good news. This is going to be exciting for a lot of you guys. Precision farming is on the horizon, and we have a new blog post to take a look at new features coming with precision farming, in addition to the old features that you're used to seeing before. So let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and hop over to the blog post here. A lot of exciting things. So, Precision Farming 3.0 coming May 8th. Here's what's new. So this is right around the corner. We are 2.5 weeks from this, pretty much, or 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not far. It's coming quick. But yes, Farming Simulator 25 gets a substantial boost in realism with Precision Farming 3.0. With more than 5 million downloads since we released the initial version, we had to bring it back. When? May 8th, and we're adding new features in addition to existing ones. And yes, we'll already show the first gameplay of Precision Farming in a live stream next week. So it's coming soon. I can't talk anymore. Tram lines and subsidies. In this new and improved iteration of precision farming, tram lines will help you plant like a pro, guiding your machinery along the same paths each time for cleaner fields and healthier crops. If you're planting catch crops like oilseed radish, you'll get rewarded with in-game subsidies for choosing eco-friendly, nitrogen-saving methods over standard fertilization, just like the real deal. PWM and section control. Precision Farming 3.0 also adds some cool tech. Pulse width modulation, or PWM, a fancy name for sprayers that can adjust the output on the fly. Instead of just balancing fertilizer nonstop, PWM lets each nozzle do its own thing, pulsing out just the right amount depending on the speed or turns. That means less waste and better coverage. We also add automatic section control. Your machines will now switch individual parts on or off as needed. No more overspraying or missing spots. It's cleaner, smarter, and it's better for the environment. That's pretty darn cool. And then we get a nice little kind of look at it here. It says with pulse width modulation. We'll take a look at the screenshot again later. And it says without pulse width modulation. So you can see kind of the differences here, which is pretty darn cool, to be honest. So I like this a lot. This is something that's new a little bit here and pretty cool. So without it, you can see it's not really great coverage. With it, it's pretty much perfect coverage, which is pretty cool. New machines and retrofit sensors. You've got 6 machines to play with in this update, including the John Deere R975i sprayer and the Howie body swap system. Ever wanted to turn a trailer into a high-end slurry tanker? Now you can with the Weinhoff 25.200 PTW Profi line that comes with a manure sensor. And for those of you sticking with other sprayers, you can upgrade them with Trimble Weed Seeker 2 sensors to spot spray weeds like a boss. Simply retrofit them. So that's pretty cool. We did get packs of sprayers that had the spot spraying and stuff like that when we had the original or the last version of Precision Farming out, but you could only use them on certain sprayers. We did get mods and stuff that you could add them to other sprayers and stuff later, but this is pretty cool that it seems like it's going to be kind of standard, at least on all base game sprayers, maybe all sprayers altogether. All features of Precision Farming 3.0. Everything you loved from earlier versions is still packed in. If you want to know more about each feature, check out past articles which explain what they're about. So, obviously, like it says, you can go check out all of the past articles to take a look at some of the stuff. I have a lot of guide videos out on the channel for precision farming from the previous version. I will be making updated guides that talk about precision farming and Farming Simulator 25 using the 3.0 version, but I'm assuming it's going to be very similar. So if you don't know what it is, you can go check some of that stuff out. But yeah, it's going to have a lot of cool features. And a lot of people will initially kind of think, well, it sounds like it's more work and more stuff you have to worry about. Overall, honestly, precision farming saves you time, money, and makes it more profitable for you to farm. And honestly, I think it's a preferred way for a lot of people to play after it comes out. But yeah, there are soil types, soil sampling, environmental scores, and we'll talk about all this stuff here in a second. Economic analysis and yield maps, crop sensors, variable rate seeding, variable rate weed control, variable rate manure fertilizing, variable rate mineral fertilizing, variable rate mineral lime spreading as well. The lime spreading is a big one because you're balancing pH instead, so it's pretty cool. But yeah. So what's precision farming? They do give us a little bit kind of an overview if you haven't kind of looked at it yet before. And again, it's very cool. So it says, haven't played precision farming with Farming Simulator 19 or Farming Simulator 22. Let's do a short recap, huh? Precision farming was initiated by the EIT Food, Europe's leading food innovation initiative, in cooperation with John Deere, educational institutions, and other partners. Co-funded by the European Union, the initial goal was meant to highlight sustainable technology in agriculture to create awareness in the general population. And if you don't remember, I did a video a little while ago explaining why I didn't think precision farming was going to come back. And boy, am I so glad I was wrong. And the reason I didn't think it was going to come back is because that original contract was a 2-year contract spanning the last year of Farming Simulator 19 into the first year of Farming Simulator 22. So it was a 2-year contract, and I didn't think it was going to come back because they hadn't mentioned renewing it. But obviously we know it's coming back, which is absolutely fantastic news. I really enjoy playing with precision farming, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. Farming Simulator was basically offering itself as a vehicle to transport the awareness of sustainable farming, reaching millions of players worldwide. Other partners of the project include the University of Hohenheim in Germany, the University of Reading in UK, Grupo AN, the largest cereal cooperative in Spain, and the Institute of Animal Breed Production and Food Research of Polish Academy of Sciences, which is pretty cool. And then there's a little bit of a link here. The blog should be linked down below as long as I remember. But it says what real-life precision farming is, and you can find out more about EIT Food. Then we have a couple screenshots here, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of those in a little bit more detail here. So, first off, we have the pulse width modulation screenshot here, which is just taking a look at how this is going to be a little bit different. So, what's really cool is on like the PDA, which I don't think I'll be able to see this, on the in-game map that kind of shows up on the bottom left-hand side, it shows you kind of where you're spraying and stuff like that, so you can kind of see a live kind of changing look at what is happening on your field, which is pretty cool and really useful. And I wish they had that for like just normal stuff in general. Why can I not zoom out? Let me zoom out. There we go. Thank you, computer. I am your boss. Allow me to, it only lets me zoom out that much with the mouse. Super weird. But anyhow, yeah, so you can see here we have the Weinhof slurry module here on top of this. I'm assuming this is one of the modular setups here that it was talking about. I don't remember all the specific names, but pretty cool. Doing some of the slurry applications and stuff like that. I am curious, though, if you think back to the article, it did mention adjustable manure rates and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious how it's going to work, because it used to be in past precision farming versions that if you put down slurry manure, you get a specific amount of nitrogen that you're putting down, which is kind of how precision farming works. You're now setting the nitrogen of the field to a specific level for that specific crop type, which meant you don't have to fertilize twice anymore, hence saving you time. You can fertilize once for the best yield. Which is really nice. Or if you wanted to do like slurry or something like that, you could do that once to save, to use some of the renewable stuff, and then you could use mineral fertilizer or liquid fertilizer or whatever over top of it to kind of finish it out. But yeah, it's pretty cool in terms of that. Here's the environmental score. So you get a score based on nitrogen, pH value, weed control, soil sampling, and tillage, which is pretty cool. And the higher the overall score that you have, you get kind of like a bonus. I think the most was, yeah, like down here, your environmental score increases your sell price by 2% if it's right here. I think you could get it up to like 10-15% if I remember. So you could get a bonus, and that was on all products your farm created. So even if you have one field that was in rough shape, but overall you had a pretty good environmental score, you could still do pretty good with that. But yeah, you can see different soil types. Over here we have loamy sand, sandy loam, and silty clay. You can see some of those kind of on well, this is Riverbend Springs here, so you can see kind of how some of those are going to impact different things. Different soil types will require different amounts of seeds and different amounts of lime. Those are two things that'll change. The nitrogen is focused just on the type of crop that you're planting, but the lime and the seed rate that might have to be put down is kind of dependent on the soil type. But still, pretty good look here to see some of this stuff kind of happening. You can go out and soil sample individually by yourself if you want to. Most people just kind of buy soil samples, which was a feature in 22 that wasn't in 19. So I'm sure that'll be back as well. Let's zoom out a little bit more here so you guys can actually see a little bit here. There we go. But as you can see over here, you have this kind of a fixed, I think this is just going to be a fixed 60. It's deactivate automatic application rate. I'm not sure if it'll adjust down here or not, or if it's just fixed. That's kind of how it was always before. But it's pretty straightforward to use. And then down here, this is what I was talking about, the mini map kind of adjusting as you go. So you'll be able to see kind of where you've applied nitrogen and whatnot. And obviously now with GPS, it's going to be even more efficient, easier to use, which is pretty cool. So yeah, really like some of this stuff. And I think, is this the last? This might be the last screenshot. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, if we go back that way, yep, nothing else that way. So yeah, overall precision farming is, it's a pretty cool setup, and I think a lot of you guys are going to like it. Again, if you think it's too much or a lot of stuff, don't worry. I'll have some pretty easy videos for you guys to follow out on the channel to kind of cover every aspect of it. So if you have questions and stuff like that, don't panic. But it's pretty straightforward, and actually it's probably something a lot of you are going to enjoy overdoing it kind of in general. And you can see on here too, on this photo, you can see some of the tram lines kind of set up here. I'm not sure how that's all going to work, and I'm assuming you won't have to use tram lines if you don't want to, but anyhow, we'll have to see when it comes out. But there you guys go. That is precision farming. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.